Hello everyone, welcome to Lukman IS. Today we are going to have the Hindu analysis of 27th October 2020. So let us see which are the important articles in today's newspaper. So these are the important articles for mains purpose and for prelims purpose. And let us see one by one. First article on page number 7, op-ed page, the many lessons from COVID-19. Soumya Swaminathan, who is chief scientist at WHO. Some important inputs can be taken as she is very much expert in the field. Now the COVID-19 and its impact on society, especially some marginal sections of society, we can talk about the impact of COVID-19 on especially women and children and what needs to be done to reduce this impact in future. So this is what the article is talking about. So let us see impact of COVID-19 on Indian society and way forward. So impact on women in India. The pandemic has differential impact on women. Despite gaps, India had seen progress in maternal mortality, significant gains in infant mortality, institutional births and replacement level fertility. Okay, so in these factors we have seen improvement in last 1 or 2 decades, we can say that. However, there is still high unmet needs of family planning, improved access to required contraceptive services and safe abortions. So in this field there is need of improvement, we can say that. Another worrying development is surge in domestic violence cases. So we can give the reference of National Commission on for Women, and we have seen during the lockdown period how the number of domestic violence cases reported increased during that period. Okay. So impact on children, so here we can say that it disrupted education system, adversely affected access to nutritious food, as large number of children dependent on school meals, midday meal scheme that disrupted because of COVID-19 and shutdown of schools during this lockdown period and further time. Over 70% of the countries reported partial or complete disruption of immunization services. So these are the impacts, we can say that. Increase in domestic violence cases, and we can say the safe access to the health services to women, ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे impact हुआ है. Along with that, here while discussing impact of this COVID-19, you can add some points like impact on aged people, impact on migrant laborers, impact on family system. These are part of, we can say that, Indian society. So ये 4 से 5 points काफ़ी important है. Like for example, the impact of stay home and social distancing norms during this COVID-19 period on family system. For example, there is increased time spent by the parents with children. That is a good thing, positive thing. However, also because of, let's say, lack of jobs, or let's say losing of jobs, there is increased frustration levels, stress levels, and therefore there is some kind of, we can say, stressful relations among the family members. Also, the children are not able to go outside to have, let's say, outside activities, games. Therefore, by being continuously indoor, there is increased level of anxieties and stress levels. Also, this similar case with aged people. So there is increased anxiety and stress. Psychological problems are observed more among the aged people, because most of the infections that are happening and they are vulnerable. Aged people are more vulnerable, and therefore there is some kind of isolation felt by aged people, and decline in social relationship. So these are the impacts on migrant laborers. We have seen the reverse migration crisis that after COVID-19 and subsequent lockdown period, and this has led to, let's say, impact on losing of all those jobs, and they are going back to their villages, working in the fields, agricultural fields, or MG Narega scheme. So this has impacted migrant laborers also, their standard of life, or we can say that many of them who had come out of poverty, they are back again in under the poverty line. Okay, so this is the impact on Indian society. What needs to be done? On one hand, essential services have to be provided. On the other hand, we must ensure financial protection. And what can ensure these both? That can be ensured through either a health coverage system like Ayushman Bharat or private health insurance scheme. So health insurance is very much important to provide both of these. Telemedicine, next we can say that way forward, many countries have moved to digital technology, especially using platforms to provide telemedicine. For example, in India, the government has launched e-Sanjeevani scheme. Platform is enabling telemedicine appointments. Shared appointment concept, that is, we can say that pioneered at the Arvind Eye Hospital in Puducherry. They did an experiment with shared medical appointments. They seem to have resulted better health outcomes as well as high productivity, apart from reducing cost and saving lot of time for doctors. Managing infodemic, earlier also we had discussed about what do you mean by infodemic. Basically it is talking about the kind of false and misleading information that is there on social media platforms or other media platforms, which reduces the mistrust or increases the mistrust in the government and public health response of the people. So this is infodemic. So management of infodemic is not straightforward as it is linked to people's beliefs and behavior. So accordingly the government has to let's say tackle or manage this infodemic. Risk factors and social environmental determinants of health such as quality of water and air impact our health. However, there is lack of, let's say, integrated approach, interdisciplinary approach in tackling health system, because these, what you can say, the stakeholders, like all arms of the government looking at the impact of their policies on health, this should be happening actually. Okay, for example, we can say that Ministry of Environment, which is tackling the pollution, water pollution, air pollution, that should be having enough let's say awareness of impact of that pollution happening on the human health. Okay, so integrated approach hona chahiye. We need to invest in the strong institutional mechanisms and capacities of our regulatory bodies, research centers and public health institutions. We have seen fear, stigma and discrimination circulated on social media. This must be countered by health literacy. This is good term. Health literacy, the awareness campaign should be there to reduce such kind of stigma among the people, or let's say those who are let's say infected with COVID-19 patient. The other people in the society should not have any kind of stigma towards them. This is what it is talking about. Okay, the significance of investing in public health and primary health care. Those countries which had invested in that kind of infrastructure, let's say public health infrastructure or primary healthcare infrastructure, after 1 or 2 decades it is paying off. So that's why we also should focus on let's say investing in public health infrastructure or primary health infrastructure. Okay, so यहाँ पे आपको पता ही है इस बार प्रीलिम्स में एक कन्वेंशन पूछा गया था, अल्मा आटा कन्वेंशन. दिस इज रिलेटेड टू प्राइमरी हेल्थ केयर सेक्टर. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे प्राइमरी हेल्थ केयर है, तो हम बार बार अभी ये बताते रहेंगे आपको कि बिकॉज दे आर आस्किंग क्वेश्चन इन प्रीलिम्स एग्जामिनेशन, रिलेवेंट लेट्स से इंफॉर्मेशन शुड बी प्रोवाइडेड इन दिस क्लास. अल्मा आटा कन्वेंशन, फाइन. So yes, what kind of essay topic we can expect here? Impact of COVID-19 on Indian society. So these 5 factors: women, children, aged people, migrant labor, family system. Here you can add one more point like Divyang people. Like the focus on, let's say, access to healthcare to these Divyang people has reduced because of COVID-19 and the pressure on public health infrastructure. Okay, so this point should be also added here, Divyang people. So 5 to 6 important points can be mentioned in that answer or essay topic. Next, clearing the air. So the context of the article is the kind of air pollution that we are observing in North India, especially Delhi and surrounding region. So yes, some important points and what the government is talking about, let's say, doing for reducing this problem. So President Donald Trump's scathing description of India's air as filthy may have come as an embarrassment for the government, but it has not provoked a fierce nationalistic backlash in response to a foreign leader's insult. However, his criticism of India and China is incongruent as they have pledged to implement the Paris Agreement, while Mr. Trump has pulled US out of the Paris Agreement. Okay, so center has so far attempted to brazen it out of by denying the confirmed link between bad air quality and shorter lifespan. So there is the government is saying that there is no such kind of any study in India at present linking the air quality and shorter lifespan or deaths because of air pollution. There is added dimension of COVID-19 infection today, and yes, because of air pollution there is, we can say that, impact on our lungs, or we can say the respiratory system, and we know that the COVID infection is having infection or more impact on our lungs. So those who are having weak lungs or kind of, let's say, comorbidities like asthma or those which are related to lungs, ठीक है, तो जिनके lungs अच्छे से काम नहीं करते उनको ज़्यादा chances होते हैं infection होने के, और we can say that the severity of the disease can be felt among those people. Fine. What India is doing to tackle the problem? India is seeking to address the chronic air quality crisis partly by raising the emission standards and fuels. The country adopted BS6 norms fuel standards earlier this year, potentially lowering the vehicular pollution. Issues and challenges. What are these challenges? The unlock phase has reversed the ephemeral experience as the burning of vehicular fuels has reverted to pre-lockdown levels. The continued burning of crop stubble in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh shows that central sector scheme providing remedies in the form of farm mechanization and management alternatives needs fresh impetus. Okay, so this is what the article talking, that the new kind of also today only we are going to discuss one more news, that the central government has agreed to come up with a new law, central or union law, to curb such kind of stubble burning among the states and tackle the air pollution. Okay, so yes, we will talk about that, but yes, ये एक follow up में हम रखेंगे क्योंकि we are continuously discussing this air pollution issue now. Okay, India is much safer against tsunami threat, disaster management, GS3. Okay, so India is much safer against threat of tsunamis than it was in 2004. This was the last tsunami which struck on the eastern coast of India, especially the Tamil Nadu coast we have seen, and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Basically the earthquake was happened near the Sunda Trench or Indonesia, near Indonesia. So because of that, this tsunami in 2004 was there. Thanks to the state of art tsunami early warning system established in Inquais. ठीक है, तो ये Inquais कहाँ पर है? It is based in Hyderabad. However, the best of warning system could fail if communities are not prepared. They do not have understand the official and natural warning signs of tsunami, and if they do not take appropriate timely response. So basically the role of community in the disaster management is highlighted in this article. We can detect the large undersea earthquakes in real time and provide tsunami warning in 10 to 20 minutes after the earthquake occurrence. So this is at present our capabilities in this aspect. The focus in recent times has been on enhancing community awareness and response through several capacity building activities. Okay, two villages, Venkatrapuri in Ganjam district and Nolia Sahi in Jagat Singhpur district of Odisha are now tsunami ready villages. Tsunami ready villages. Here basically the people of these villages have been trained, made aware what to do and what not to do in case of the early let's say tsunami warning that is given. So that's why they are called as tsunami ready. Such kind of infrastructure is also prepared in those villages. This has to be replicated in other vulnerable coastal communities as it also enhances ability to respond to cyclones and storm surges too. So this is added advantage to tackle the other natural hazards like storm surges and cyclones, tropical cyclones. Okay, so we can have this content, or we can say inputs for disaster management purpose, especially tsunami. Yes, next. some prelims related important developments. Yes, India to sign geospatial cooperation deal with US. So India-US will sign the last foundational agreement, BECA, Basic Exchange and Cooperation Agreement for Geospatial Cooperation. So this is the last of the foundational 4 foundational agreements. This is to be signed in 2+2 ministerial dialogue, that is to be happened today. We can say that 27th October 2020, the Defense Ministry has said or announced. What are these foundational agreements between India and US? First, General Security of Military Information Agreement, GSOMIA. It was signed in 2002 and it enables sharing of military intelligence between the two countries. Okay. Second is Logistic Exchange Memorandum of Agreement, LEMOA, signed in 2016. It permits and not binding the military of either country to use its others bases for resupplying or carrying out repairs. So basically it is talking about logistic support, LEMOA, signed in 2016. COMCASA, Communications Compatibility and Security Agreement, COMCASA, it was signed in 2018. It enables two countries to share secure communication and exchange information on approved equipment. And now this is BECA, Basic Exchange Cooperation Agreement for Geospatial Cooperation. Geospatial cooperation, this is the key term here. Now this is to be signed now at present the meeting of 2+2 ministerial level forum. BECA will allow India to use US geospatial maps to get pinpointed military accuracy of automated hardware systems and weapons such as cruise and ballistic missiles. So this is the significance of all these foundational agreements, defense agreements between India and USA. All of them are signed now. Okay, we can say that. So yes, there has been increasing military cooperation, defense cooperation between US and India, and this is reflected from this signing of all foundational agreements. Okay, yes, OPEC hopeful of fresh lockdowns will not dent energy demand. So Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, this country is hoping, this organization is hoping that lockdowns and curfews in some countries in the event of second and third wave of COVID-19 infection will not dent the global supply, global energy demand. Okay, so what is the basic information about this OPEC? This is important for our prelims examination. Okay, it is permanent intergovernmental organization created at Baghdad Conference in 1960 by 5 foundational countries: Iran, Iraq, Kuwait, Saudi Arabia and Venezuela. This is important information. At present it has 13 members. Okay, so 8 other members join later on after these 5 foundational countries. Fine. Headquarters are located, OPC has headquarters earlier in Geneva, Switzerland. However, it was moved later on to Vienna. At present it is in Vienna, Austria, not Australia, 1965. First 5 years के लिए वो जिनेवा में था. Later on, at present it is located in Vienna. The key publications: World Oil Outlook. This is the key publication along with monthly oil market report are given. So World Oil Outlook is given by OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. So in prelims examination they have been asking the publication and which international organization publishes that particular document. So yes, this is important, World Oil Outlook. Fine. So such kind of prelims question for practice purpose. With reference to OPEC, which of the following statement is incorrect statement? It was established through Baghdad Conference. This is correct statement. Its headquarter is located in Geneva. It is incorrect. At present it is located in Vienna, Austria. Fine. So this is the incorrect statement. Others are like World Oil Outlook publication. It has 13 members at present, correct. So second is the answer. Next. Center promises law to check stubble burning. Yes. So this is what we are talking about. The central government has assured the Supreme Court that it will bring a law to address air pollution and check stubble burning in Delhi as well as surrounding National Capital Region. Supreme Court was informed. So yes, the draft will be ready by this week. The new law is for tackling air pollution in NCR and adjoining areas, and it will be ordinance. Okay. However, no consultation seems to have been done with Ministry of Agriculture on this. Fine. So this should be like the ordinance is coming from Environment Ministry of the central government. Okay, so with increase in stubble burning, the burning of rice straw or husk by farmers to clear the fields for winter sowing in the Punjab and Haryana, the ministry has in recent years been tasked with funding the use of subsidized combine harvesters and machinery to dissuade the farmers from stubble burning. Fine. Environment Ministry. Okay. Hopes rise for Oxford vaccine. So very positive development happened here. The COVID-19 experimental vaccine developed by University of Oxford also triggered lower adverse responses among the elderly as well as young adults. So AstraZeneca has said this is going to have commercial production, this company, and it is being developed by University of Oxford. Okay, it is encouraging to see immunogenicity responses are similar between older and younger adults, and the reactogenicity was lower in older adults. Okay, so the news that older people get an immune response from the vaccine is positive because the immune system weakens with an age, and older people are those most at risk of dying from the virus. So this has been now established fact. So we can say that this is the positive development. Okay, so yes, some important captions and quotations. Yes, this is about public health system. COVID-19 से related essay अगर आता है, you can use this, or public health system. Okay, so relevant, if there is question, you can use these captions and quotations in your answers. So yes, these were important articles for the Hindu newspaper. For further information on editorial discussion or ED classes wherein in-depth analysis of mains related articles or issues is done by Ansari sir and team, you can contact Lukman IAS. Thank you.